And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ready, break. You draw Corker. We begin to turn you up. Go.
McSorley, 1st and 10. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them. They run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, it's McSorley. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. This time to the tailback. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
10 Lobo.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, McSorley. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now McSorley. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. McSorley once more looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. There's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on 1st down. It's Yoder. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 19 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st down, Yoder. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Here we go.
We're scoreless after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up.
Pilot, 64, wait.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check 31. Check 31.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. SOS. Get it.
On second down now. It's Yoder. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is McSorley. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dobbs under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Check. Crunch. Mike 42. Here we go, D.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs shifts past him. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's McSorley to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Go! 60 outlaw!
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Ready?
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on 2nd down. McSorley Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
McSorley sets to pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
He's coming.
A handoff to start the drive to Sims. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 27, McSorley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. And able to find Dorsett. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Off of play action, it's McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrett Davis drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Dobbs, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Dobbs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 21-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Harris. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, If your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Off the play fake. Dobbs. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw Dobbs. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Now Dobbs. That is caught. It's Perriman. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down Lions.
50. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. To throw on 3rd down. Dobbs. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will get the football at their own 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense. First time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have have up their sleeve. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Down. 10 Lobo. 6-6. Bullet high. Ready, go. Slide.
On second and 11 now. McSorley. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yes. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 17.
Recon, 132-5.
Third down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, yo.
Let's pick it up. It's outside, guys. Outside. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Throwing on third and long. Dobbs throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, third quarter in Denver. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. They'll run on first down. Yoder. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, it's McSorley. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Off-play action. Dobbs. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dobbs looking for Perriman there. He's got him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Check 52.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Dobbs is throwing. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Over the middle, complete. That's Yoder. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Let's go now. 6 yards. Rabbit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Here we go. 70 ending. 50, Mike. 50. I'm going to come back to you. Good.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Detroit, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm trying to run something. Your boy's on the VC grind. And also it's double rep.
That's fine, we can run. I just don't. It's just me and you, so.
Kyle's here. He hasn't been talking all day. I tried to play with him earlier.
Kyle must have just joined. Because I just saw me and you in the party. Oh, Kyle's here. Never mind. What am I talking about?
Marked on. Marked on.
Alright, how many more people do we need?
Obviously, 2. I mean, unless y'all are trying to run 3s.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dang.
They ain't got that sauce. Alright, I just invited a bunch of people. I'm gonna switch over.
You guys want to run Ruffles or you want to run Rec?
What is the Ruffles?
It's like shooting 4-pointers.
But it's 3-on-3.
I think it's 4-on-4.
Ours?
Oh, you already changed.
Okay. We'll see. I mean, if we only get 4 people.
Yeah, so I'm in a park if you guys want to join me.
Alright, I'm loading up now. I'm about to charge my controller.